Welcome back to Dear Diary, the self-love podcast. I am your host, Amanda Beatty, and today I want to share with you a recording of a self-love session that I did in the Perfectly Balanced community. I love these group sessions. They are so powerful and they're different every time, and this was a really good one that I want to share with you. And basically, it's a somatic meditation group coaching style session where I invite you to dedicate an entire hour solely to checking in with yourself, setting aside the demands of the outside world and just letting go of the constant doing. And instead, I encourage you to embrace the art of being present with you. During these sessions, through the power of breath and presence and embodiment and alignment, these sessions guide women to sort of explore what truly resonates within their heart and their soul. They are so magical. And it's sort of a journey that we take together, exploring the depths of our inner worlds, uncovering the layers of our authentic self and getting out of our head and into our bodies and inviting this loving and compassionate curiosity. Right? We're just getting curious. There's never any fixing going on. There is coaching for those who need support, but it's really about just allowing yourself to see what's going on deep down inside from this really grounded, calm, present, loving place. So just imagine, what would it feel like for you to honor yourself and extend compassion to every part of your being? Along with the support of our community, we sort of just tap into this really expansive and supportive way of loving ourselves. And I think the fact that the community gets together as a whole, the energy in the room is palpable. It's magnetic. It's so yummy, so juicy. I do these sessions once a month. And I also do them on one-on-one basis, which is completely different. But there's something magical about getting together in this group setting. There are breakthroughs, there are ahas, there are tears, there is laughter, there is joy, there is celebration. They are seriously magical. So today, I am thrilled to share a little glimpse of this magic that unfolds during these calls. This is a clip from a recent session where I really invited women to tap in and see what's going on inside of themselves. And through the power of presence and my voice, I awakened their inner truth, their inner radiance, connecting them with their bodies. And it's a beautiful way to love yourself. It's a beautiful journey. I love, love, love doing these calls. I talk about them often, and I get a lot of questions around like, what exactly are they? They are all look completely different. They are all super magical. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. You can just listen while you're doing your thing, or you can be super intentional and pause this, find a quiet space, put your kids in front of the TV, ask your spouse for help, and just be present with yourself for the next 23 minutes. Grab a journal if it feels supportive, and just land in your bed, in your comfy corner, on your couch, and just being fully present with you. And again, this isn't necessary. You can listen to this while you're driving, but I am going to take you through a somatic meditation where we are going to check in with all of the parts of ourselves. And it's really interesting it's an interesting journey to go on because sometimes we're so busy on autopilot and we're so busy doing all the things and we don't even realize really like what's going on inside of ourselves. So this self-love session is really going to tap you into all of the parts of you that could be screaming at you to pay attention. Maybe you're not sleeping well. Maybe you're just feeling overwhelmed. Maybe there's been a lot of busyness this summer. Maybe you're going through a rough season. Maybe you're struggling with something right now. Like whatever it is, or maybe you're just good and you're going to tap into more of that good, right? It doesn't always have to be like, I'm going through a hard time. Like you can really tap in and allow the good and the joy inside of you to expand during these sessions. So they're not just supportive for when you're in your shit. Okay. I just want to like make that claim out loud. But yeah, we're going to be tapping into all of the parts of ourselves, and it's so yummy. It's so juicy. I can't wait for you to enjoy it. If for some reason you need support around what comes up, please reach out to me. I am always here. And yeah, let's get into it. So I thought we'd do something maybe not different, but just I really have been enjoying the one-on-ones with these sessions. I've connected with a ton of the members in this way, and it just I don't know, it feels yummy to be able to witness someone just like getting deeply connected into their body. So I wanted to do that today as a group and just test out how it feels to really like lead you home to your body in a group setting. So get comfy. We're going to go on a little journey and we're going to check in to see what is going on in all of the parts of ourselves. Hi, Kim. And so when I say all of the parts of us, right, it could mean many different things to many different people. But basically, when I'm speaking about it, I'm speaking about our inner child parts, our adult self parts, our highest self parts, your most intuitive self, your wounded self. Like there's all these different parts of ourselves, right? I was reading a long time ago, Happy Days by Gabby Bernstein. I love Gabby Bernstein. I really feel like she was the starting kickoff point of my whole spiritual journey during COVID when we were on lockdown. I listened to her voice and it just like instantly soothed my soul. And so I was reading this book a while back and I got to a chapter that apparently triggered me. We're talking like months and months and months ago, and I stopped listening to it. And then the other day I'm like, why did I stop listening to that? I didn't finish this book. Why did I not finish this book? Like totally unaware that I didn't finish the book. I go back, sure enough, shame. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense why I would stop at that chapter. That's my thing. So I'm listening to her talk about it, and then she gets into like ICF and somatic therapy and all of the things that I'm learning. And I'm like, oh, of course I would stop then. And then she'd really get into the good stuff. And she talks about the healer parts of us, the wounded parts of us, the like you could have an experience, like just in your mind right now, think of a moment when you were really like something that would really trigger you. What part is going to show up, right? It's not your highest self part 90% of the time. It's going to be maybe your 10-year-old part of you or your 16-year-old part of you. So we have a plethora of parts of us, and you're going to hear me talk about that in this meditation. So you go back to whatever part resonates, whatever part desires to show up today during this session. I may say adult part, that may not resonate. It may be inner child part, right? But I just wanted to like preface this with all of the parts are welcome here today. So let's see which ones come online. Let's see which ones want to be heard, have something to say, and we're gonna check in with them. This is a really, really cool meditation. I sort of put my own spin on it. It's one that we did during my somatic therapy practices back a couple of months ago. And it's just really yummy to tap into the parts of us that maybe we don't acknowledge very often. And just getting curious. We're just gonna go on a journey.
We're not here to fix anything, solve anything, shift anything. We're just getting curious. So, 1111, let's begin. I want you to get as comfy as you can and just relax your body. I'm going to find a song to play. Feel supported by whatever you're sitting or laying down on. Straighten your spine just a little bit more. Relax your shoulders. Drop your tongue. I don't really say this very often because I don't know if it's something that I even remember to do very often, but it's a nervous system trick in somatic therapy where when you drop your tongue off of the roof of your mouth and just like allow it to like gravity to like let it fall, it also relaxes your jaw. So sometimes when I often say, relax your jaw still can be tense if your tongue is at the roof of your mouth. So drop your tongue, relax your jaw, soften your face. Fully just find yourself present in this moment. I'm gonna put some music on. Can you hear the music and can you hear me? Is everything good? Perfect. Yeah, Kim, just enjoy this while you're driving. This is yum. Take the deepest breath that you have taken all day, and maybe you let it out on a sigh. Just landing here in this moment, setting down anything that needs to be done, and just being fully present with yourself for the next 45 minutes. This is going to serve as a check-in to see what parts of you have any specific needs that need to be attended to. We're going to tap into love and compassion for ourselves and all of our parts. Getting in that quiet, comfortable place. Feeling the ground beneath you. Start by bringing awareness to your body. Notice how the surface you are on is supporting you. Notice the state of your muscles. Are they tense? Are they relaxed? See if you can let go of any muscles that are still holding on, that are still working, and allow the surface to just fully support you. Yielding into the support that is beneath you. Bringing awareness to all of the contact points of the surfaces on your body. Noticing where your hands and your feet are, your back, your legs, your head. Really allowing yourself to show up in your body right here, right now. Next, become aware of your breathing. without changing or fixing or shifting it. Just notice the quality of your breath. Is it short and shallow? Is it long and deep? Is it flow and steady? Or is it broken up? We're going to take a few rounds of deep inhales and exhales that just allow your nervous system to settle just a little bit more. Breathing in and out. Now let's check inside and see what parts of you are present. Maybe doing a scan starting from your feet up to your head or from your head down to your feet. Checking in. What parts of you are online? Or perhaps needing or wanting some attention? Perhaps there is a part of you that is eager to move on to the next thing, or is feeling guilty about being here. Or maybe there's a part of you that's concerned about a relationship or worried about something. Maybe there's a part of you that desires to be celebrated. Just taking a moment and welcoming all the parts that are present. Now let's see if you can get a sense of where these parts are in your body. Maybe the part of you that might want to move on to the next thing, you feel a tightness or a pressure in your chest. Maybe the part of you that might be worried about a relationship feels tight in your shoulders or neck. Maybe the part of you that wants to celebrate is in your belly. Just tuning in, taking a moment to notice the parts of you that are present, and if they come with any sensations. And if not, that's completely okay too. Just getting curious and noticing. There may be one part present with you right now. There may be many. I invite you now to check in to see which part of you needs attention the most. Right here, right now, not later. Bringing this kind, gentle, and loving curiosity to this part. As if you were taking interest in a child. Like when a child comes to you in need, you often get down on your knees, right? Down to their level. Sort of like that. What is this part of you? Where do you feel it? When you find this part that needs attention the most, maybe it's negative attention, maybe it's positive attention. It can be both. We're going to start to ask this part some questions. The you that's doing this practice, ask this part of you, how are you doing? And just wait to see what comes up. Next, ask this part, is there anything you want me to know right now? Is there anything that you need from me right now, today, this week? And just notice what this part reveals to you. Maybe it's a need to slow down, take some time alone, socialize, celebrate. Anything is correct. Just notice what this part may need. Now let's spend some time letting this part of you get to know you, the adult you that is engaging in this self-care practice right now. Be open to whatever comes up next. Ask this part of you if it can sense that you are here with it right now. And notice what comes up. Let this part of you know that you are the adult that cares about them. Maybe you share how old you are. Reassure this part that it's not alone anymore. And just notice this part of you when you say these words to it. This part of the practice may feel super nourishing, and it also might feel like resistance. And that's okay. If this part of you is responding well to this interaction, continue to invite it to relax a bit more and open up to you. And if there's some resistance, that's okay too. You can just let this part of you know that it's safe to come out. It's safe to be seen. I invite you now to notice if there's a shift in your body, maybe a shift in sensation or spaciousness. See if you can lean into whatever it is you're feeling, welcoming all parts of it. Being right here, right now, in this moment. You and your parts are okay. And as we finish up this practice, Ask your part one more time if there's anything that you need to know, or if anything that they need to speak. Do so now and just listen. Offering all of the parts of you that showed up today, gratitude for allowing you to work with them. And maybe if you didn't get to some parts that wanted to be heard, you will come back to listen and to check in. Having gratitude for yourself for showing up today to check in with you and all your parts. Feeling into the sensations in your body one last time. Noticing if it feels different than when you landed here on this call. Whether you're more relaxed or more tense. Taking a deep breath, sending love to all of your parts. Wiggling your toes and your fingers. Coming back to the room. Namaste to you and all of your parts.
And that is it for today's episode. I hope that these words activated and inspired something inside of you. And if they did, please share this episode with a friend or on your social media, and feel free to tag me so that I can say thank you. The more people who hear these words along their path, the more we can help inspire and heal the world. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a review. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Sending love and light until next time. I'll see you soon.